This is just an appreciation post of Godot from someone coming from Unity. If you are a Unity developer that is considering a switch but is worried about Godot's capabilities, give it a shot. Unity has a lot of features that are constantly changing, never making it out of experimental state, and are broken for years. And Godot, these just work. Lights. And Unity was very painful for me to set up lights in a way that would look good. Even lighting a simple room was tricky, as using single point light would cause bright spots in the middle of walls and very dark places in the corners. It always took a lot of tweaking to get it right. The next thing that always bothered me was lack of ambient light when working with baked lights. Once you had closed room marked as static, then it would be pitch black and ambient light wouldn't do anything. The only thing I could do was to make wall materials emissive, which was I didn't like. In Godot, I made a room with some pillars, placed one light, and I was instantly blown away how good it looked. It took one light to make me fall in love with it. It even has more options to set, for example, attenuation, which is awesome. Another thing that I found cool was negative light, which pretty much creates darkness. We'll find use for it. Post-processing. In Unity, there are a couple of ways to do post-processing. Some of them are obsolete. Some comes from Asset Store. Some comes from Package Manager. It's a mess. And setting it up is also not very intuitive. In Godot, setting up post-processing and environment settings is very easy and straightforward. Nothing much more to say, just like how it's just there and it works. One simple solution, character movement. So this was the main thing that was holding me back from Godot, because I knew I would have to go through this hell again. Well, I didn't have to. Godot have this already built in its move and slide method. My Unity character controller took me a month to make, and it's about 500 lines of codes for my Godot character. Kamayer's current controller took me 3 hours to make, and it's about 60 lines of codes. Absolutely unbelievable, but it's not entirely perfect. There's actually one thing missing. While Unity's character controller does not have sliding by default, it does have stair stepping. On the other hand, Godot's character controller can do sliding, but does not have stair stepping. It makes me a little worried because I didn't find any reliable stair stepping script, but at least it's something that can be worked around by adjusting colliders in the level. Sliding cannot be worked around. It has to be done properly, so I'm very glad we have that here. Conclusion, when I decided to try Godot, I thought it would take me half a year to port my current game, or rather recreate my movement and AI. And it seems like I have managed to recreate some of its core functionality in like 3 days with ease. I am not decided yet to switch engine because I have invested many years in Unity. Not taking the decision lightly, but what I've seen in the past few days really hyped me for Godot TO. I am very excited to discover what other things it does better. And even if I wouldn't decide to switch just yet, I would definitely watch growth of Godot with great interest.